Nigerians in some parts of the country will have to pay more for electricity. This is because electricity distribution companies in the country have implemented a new tariff regime that will now see consumers pay more depending on the amount of time for which they get supply. The Abuja Electricity Distribution Company and its Kaduna counterpart have released circulars to notify their customers of the new development. The Service Reflective Tariff Plan is a mandated tariff structure by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, through which an upward increment in tariffs will result in substantially longer hours of power supply, good quality voltage, swifter responses to faults, clearing, and the provision of prepaid meters. And joining me now to discuss this development is the former chairman of the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, Dr. Sam Amadi. Good to have you join us this hour. Now, some of the conditions given for increasing electricity tariff by NEC is that customers must be consulted, customers must be metered, and no estimated billings. Has any of these been fulfilled at this time? And so if not, why are we seeing this hike in electricity tariff?
Well, thank you very much. Well, obviously, they have not been fulfilled. Metering has been very slow, as expected, because of both the lack of finance in the sector and the lack of rigorous change management. And of course, maybe some will say lack of commitment on the part of operators. Then the second point is that, well, why this tariff? Because this tariff, if you remember, has been scheduled and rescheduled. This tariff is seen by many as one of the most fundamental way of reviving a sector that clearly, in terms of financial terms, is almost like collapse, bankrupt in a way. So the idea is that, look, it's like producing poor quality goods at even very low price. So even though the quality of power is very poor, but at the same time, it's not even the price is not covering the cost. And what that means, therefore, is that if there's no injection of capital, you might not have supplies as it is. So, point blank, the government is trapped. The operators are trapped. They need to have this tariff, not just to raise revenue, because, by the way, the revenue is even less than the tariff. The more tariff, even if you have more tariff, the capacity of the sector to collect its funds, its money from customer is very low. So high tariff does not necessarily mean that automatically you're going to have all those tariffs back as revenue. But essentially, government needs this increase as a way, or this change as a way of signaling to investors and, of course, their creditors abroad, the World Bank, the DDF, and those who are giving the money, that this sector is...
If I may jump in, Dr. Sam Amadi, because it seems to look like, we understand that there is a liquidity crisis within the power sector, but it seems to look like we're focusing more on investors than the customers themselves. Because in this new, it is called the contract-based power supply, where what you get is what you pay for. It does look like some people will be disenfranchised in the process, where because you do not have the money to pay, and then you probably will not be getting power supply as much as others.
Absolutely. I think you're right to say we are more concerned with investors. That's true. That's true. That's what it is. Essentially because the government is both broke significantly. And again, we lack the managerial capacity to redesign and rethink the power sector. I think what we are doing is equivalent of Band-Aid. We are trying to solve a problem by healing the wound, but not dealing with the problem that creates the wound. So in a sense, we are trapped. In a sense, the policies are short-sighted, in my view. It's good to get the tariffs right, but at the same time, more significantly, is to get the structure of the market right. And it seems to me that this price will not increase the service level. It will increase quality significantly. Price themselves don't improve quality. Price is to help producers get a ramp-up production and have incentive to deliver. But what improves service in a regulated market is actually regulation, quality of regulation. And we need to see NEC do focus on that more. Again, policy. This sector is in their need of comprehensive review right now. The policies were adopted in 2000 are not working. Primarily, privatization has not worked. That's the truth about it. We need to figure out how to rejig it significantly. Yes, the danger here is that people are focused too much on tariff. Tariff
All right.
will not
I'm
drive the
afraid
change.
I'm afraid we do have to leave it there. Many people would have thought that a metering would come first, but we'll see how Nigerians respond to this.
Unit financing for metering.
Former chairman, National Electricity Regulatory Commission, Dr. Sam Amadi, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.